Hey everyone, Josh here. So in this video we'll be talking about why am I still using the Galaxy Note 9 and how is it still holding up in 2021. Let's jump right into it. So I've been using the phone about 3 years and right about when it first launched. And let's talk about the specs real quick. So my phone here sports a 6.4-inch Super AMOLED display, Exynos 9810, 6 gigs of RAM, 128 gigs of storage, and a 4000 mAh battery. So let's start by talking the screen. Comparing it with today's flagship, yes, you lose 120Hz display, but I think that's basically it. It's still 1440 x 2960 screen, gorgeous Super AMOLED display. They still produce one of the, if not the best looking images right now. And perks about it is 60Hz. And because it's 60Hz, you get to save a little bit on your battery too. Now yes, you get a little bit of forehead and chin, but the good thing of having a forehead and chin is you get yourself a dedicated speaker, like real stereo speakers. Comparing to its bigger brother, the S10 or the Note 10 or Note 21 or so on, these get much louder than them. Check this out. Let's talk a little bit about the design real quick. So I know, I mentioned that they have a forehead and chin. So by having that, you don't get a notch and a hole punch design, which a lot of people appreciate. This old school design, I think it's much cleaner, it's much more simple looking design, and it still looks modern to me, like the edges and the curve from the side to side of the screen, maintaining a good screen to body ratio. Security wise, the phone comes with an iris scanner, which means even though you're like dark out and all, you're still able to unlock your phone by using just your eyes. And another thing that, a lot of new phones right now are having this under screen fingerprint scanner. Is that how you say it? Until that tag gets slightly more mature, I think the best place to put your fingerprint scanner is still at the back of your phone. Performance wise, I think it's still holding up pretty well. I don't play much games, so high FPS or anything intensive or crazy, I guess I don't really need it because I don't play that much games, but let's give it a try. I have Asphalt 9 and we're gonna play a couple of games. Performance wise, I think it's still holding up pretty well. The game just flies through it, 60 frames per second. You probably don't get as much details as you want from newer phones, but I think it's good enough. Your day-to-day messaging, web browsing, or Instagram scrolling, it's painless. It's still moving really quick. Next thing to talk about is the camera of the phone. Well, obviously you cannot compare with the latest and greatest right now, but after 3 years, this is still a pretty reliable shooter. I mean, take a look at a couple of these samples here. Pictures taken tend to lean towards the cool side of the spectrum, and I think they tend to over sharpen a little bit, but overall I still think it takes pretty good photos. One more thing that I use very often from the phone is this guy right here, the S Pen. So remember, at times you want to record something or write something down, but you don't have a piece of paper or pen. This comes in really handy. You can just write things down and it automatically save it back to your phone. When you want to highlight some stuff over a picture or any page or browsers, it's a real quick and easy method using this note feature, Smart Select, and you can just write anything down on top of the picture and share it to your buddies. To summarize, it's been a joy to use this phone for the past few years. The only sad thing is you don't get any more future software updates to Android 11 or Android 12, with all the material But I guess the question you want to ask yourself is, do you really need the latest and greatest? To me right now, this is still one of the most perfect phone out there. Comes with a headphone jack and a micro SD card slot too, which is really rare nowadays. So that's about it. That's the reason why I'm still using my Note 9 and I've not upgraded to anything else yet. Hope you guys enjoy this small breakdown of the Galaxy Note 9 in 2021. And thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one.